Hi there everyone, this is Ileana from Cherish Your Memories, and I wanted to share with you guys a little topic that I've been asked a couple times about. And basically when I make my little mini albums, people ask me, what do you use it for? What do you do with them? Because most people are used to the traditional scrapbooks. So, if you don't know what a mini album is, it's basically a little book that is made from handmade and made from scratch. And to make the book, you can also make them out of the cardstock, but I like to make mine with a harder cover. So this is an example of one that I made, but I made this one for my kids. And I rarely ever show mini albums with pictures in them, because usually I have them for my craft shows or for sale. But these are like what you are supposed to do with them. You're supposed to put your pictures in, and they're keepsakes that you can usually make them smaller, so they're not the size of your normal 12 by 12 or 8 by 8 scrapbook albums. They're actually like little tokens of love because you make them from scratch. So these are like pictures of my children here. Show you real quick. And then when I say journaling, when you hear the terminology, journaling is usually where you write something about the picture that you have, or that memory, or that moment. And these are considered the pockets, and these pockets is where you would put some of the looser papers. You have your inserts, right? And these inserts are interactive. Basically, you can pull them out, you can put pictures on them, you can have writing on them. So the inserts are in the pockets here, see? Now you won't find that in your typical scrapbook albums, but like I said, these are pockets, and then in your pockets you can do journaling. You have, spots to write. Depends on, oops, my son is upside down there. Here are your inserts, see? Now, in this one that I made for my kids, because my kids like to touch this one too much, but you also have some that you can make into, you got your flaps, you have your waterfalls, which are ones that have the pictures that come up like your old traditional waterfalls, but these are all basically handmade. They're, made from scratch. So just about every album, or mini album, excuse me, that's made, they're one-of-a-kind pieces for you to store your pictures and your memories of whatever the theme that you need it made into, So, I do a lot of craft shows, and they're like, oh, well, what do you do with it? What do you put in it? What is the purpose? And I understand there's not a lot of people that do a lot of crafting and understand, like us crafters, oh my gosh, a mini album, thank you. But for the people that don't really craft, they don't know what to do. They don't know what it's for. But this size here is a 5 by 5, and this was an older paper line that I used, but I used it for all 3 of my kids because it has the little boys and girls on it. But that's basically what you do. It's basically what it's for. And this is for videos pretty much made for like my people on my Facebook that they see my projects, but they don't really know what you're supposed to do with them. So I wanted to show an example, because I can show them 10 different albums that I make without pictures in it, but if you don't see one with pictures inside to give you the idea of what to do and how it's supposed to look, it just gives you a better understanding of when you see these tiny spots, what do you do with them? Oh my gosh, well, you cut out your pictures, because most of the time you cut out the photos anyway. These here would be a 3 by 4 spot when I mentioned 3 by 4s, when I mentioned 3 by 3s, journaling spots. These are matted. These are all considered, if the picture is on top of another color on top of a paper, this is considered matted. Inked around the edges. This is the terminology, inked around the edges. But this is more of a video more so for those that see these mini album videos and don't really know the terminology, but are like, oh, that's cute, but what do I do with it? And when we explain, well, this is what you do with this, and this is what this is, then now you know. So thanks for watching. I just wanted to, you know, kind of clarify what a mini album is and what it's for. So hopefully this helps anybody that had any questions. Alright guys, take care. Bye.